Okay, sorry again. Sister's iPod is totally screwing me over, having a lot of tech difficulties here. Anyway, moving along. I think I left off at the gauntlets, but the pauldrons, I think I already mentioned those. Those are the shoulder pads. White Knight greaves. I know it really don't make a whole lot of sense to put White Knight on an evil guy, but it looked cool, so I just did it anyway. I can't remember if I mentioned the sword in the last video or not, but it's black and blue. It's called Balmong. He's a nightmare user. Also, I'm going to try to hurry this up a little bit, but that's Demas. Next one is Sheol. She gets quite a few compliments from everybody when I use her. She has purple hair, obviously. She has green eyes with the red colored part. Can't remember what they're called. She has the Bong Sion circlet, which is the white part on her forehead. And she looks a lot different than she did in Soul 4. I might do Soul 4 videos. But continuing on this, she has Goddess Feather Brooch, which is obviously the feathers on her head. Because, like I said, she is probably one of the more righteous people of the story. Absolution Body Togai, I think is how you say that, I'm not really sure. Which is blue and white. That real pretty shade of blue. She has a rose up on her chest, again, because I like roses. The Pareo, because a lot of people said they wanted to see her in a skirt. With, I also threw the phoenix on the back of it, just for a little bit of extra interesting look. The glove, she has two of those in the story. They look a tiny bit different. She has claws on all 5 of her fingers on both hands, and she has those gauntlets on both arms. And again, we have the polar boots, blue and white again. She also uses Tira's style. I don't know why I gave her King of the Sea for the weapon. But, again, seductive style. At least I think so, anyway. Next character. Lupa. I'd say she's a really misunderstood character. A lot of people say she has cat ears. They're actually supposed to represent wolf ears. Because her name is Lupa, which is Latin for she-wolf. She also has a moon on her face. She has blue and gold eyes and green lips. She also has 2 wolf heads on each pant leg. And she kind of has the gothic style look for the pants. She has fur on her gloves to kind of represent the wolf. And up on her hood. She's also black and green because in the story she has a bit of a history with my character. She is an Ivy user, which I'm getting better at, trying to get better at anyway. The sword's black and green like her. I do a lot of that style with the black and, or not black, the same color look as the sword as the person using the weapon. Anyway, Lupa. Next we have, which one do I want? Go with Marionette. I kind of picked Marionette out of a combination of 2 things. It's actually from the name of Marion and Annette put into one, so it's kind of like the puppet. I kind of went for a jester slash clown slash ninja look for her. Obviously her colors are red and gold, as are her eyes, and she has the black mask covering the right side of her face. I threw a tiger on the back just for a little something extra. She, I believe, she's a Tira user, which is also red and gold like she is. Not real crazy about her boots. I might change her boots a little later, but those are the succubus boots. Figured they looked okay. Like I said, I might change them later. But Marionette. And we have Atrostia. Kind of made this name up. She is somewhat of an angel. Well, not really angel, but her species has wings that look like bird wings. The tattoos are just there for kind of like war paint. Same with her face. Then I added like the White Knight gauntlets and boots just for a little extra armor on her, considering she has like no armor anywhere and she's really showy. She is also a Siegfried user, which is black, blue, and gold. Really couldn't change the gold, but oh well, what can you do? But yeah, here's Atrostia. She gets a few compliments, not a whole lot. And we have... go with Iname. Iname is a name I made up out of 2 other names. She is my character's oldest daughter, hence the black and green look. She has black and green eyes, with green underneath her eyes. She has Ivy's DLC suit, and the wrist blades are just something I threw on there just for a little extra look. A lot of people like her. I'm me being the main one. I really like Iname. I also like the weapon and the color that I put in with her. And she's a Tira user, partially due to the fact that I don't really use a whole lot of styles for this game. Next we have Marziel, which is one of my last names. He is black and gold, mainly because I like the color black, and the black and gold together are from Pittsburgh Steelers, my favorite football team. I just figured I'd throw that out there. He is a Siegfried user, black and gold sword. He has golden horns. A lot of people say that they like the helmet. I put a battle mask, the Sea King helm, and the horns up on his head, and just kind of pushed them back a little bit so it looked like it was all one piece. And then I put the scorpion on his battle mask. He also has black and gold eyes. And most of what he's wearing is DLC. Pretty much everything he's wearing is DLC. So if you want any of this armor, it's all DLC, which is still pretty cheap, but not the point. Oh, on his boots, I added horns and kind of rotated them so they looked like they were toes. But yeah, here is Marziel. He's one of my favorites, just because of how he looks, that, and he carries one of my last names. Next we have Xana. No relation to the show Code Lyoko whatsoever. Kind of went for a Halloween look for her. Threw some armor on her. She is somewhat of a knight, but somewhat of a bit of a mercenary. She's wearing different pieces of armor that she got from different people. And she plays a minor role in the story that I'm doing. She is another Siegfried user, orange and black. And we have Salvatrix, who I just kind of made real quick so I'd have a Devil Jin user. Nothing really to say about her, except one thing, she's not a ninja. Another thing, basically she's just there so I have a Devil Jin style. Nothing really to say about her. The color's pretty cool, and she's a pretty simple character. Then we have Niadra, who is Agnia and Rudra's mother. Kind of went with like a bit of a monster look to her with all the face paint and the eye color and everything. She's got the hunter's suit. and she has gray skin, make it look like she's kind of dead. Personally, I like her. I think she's pretty cool. Another Viola user, again for the seductive look. Okay, now we have the dark form of Sheol, who has been corrupted by Demas, as her hair and outfit dictate. She still retains the blue, but she's now black instead of white. And she has a bit of more of a combat-worthy suit on. Still uses the Tira style. But yes, here is, if you want to call her, Dark Sheol. Again, DLC, a lot of it. Lastly, we have Noctis. He, again, is another character in my story. He doesn't look anything like this in the story. Now, his color is red and black, obviously, with all new recent DLC armor. I don't like going with a full suit for the armor, but I figured might as well, because this suit here is tough to add extra stuff to, like underneath it and whatnot. But yeah, that's Noctis. He's another Nightmare user. Personally, I think he looks really neat. Okay, that is all of my characters. If you want, leave a comment, please subscribe. Like I said, I'm Big Boss CCRK, also leader of the Soulcalibur Requiem Knights, which is what CCRK is abbreviated for. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.